That's my song.
There's a reason I'm starting the show with this song, ladies and gentlemen. And we will tell you in just a little bit. First, we want to welcome everybody to Data Tuesday.
Woo! We're back.
The Data Tuesday is back, ladies and gentlemen. It is back. We haven't done it in a long while during the school, season. It's summer. We're going to start it up again. And if you want to be part of this program on Tuesday nights, and we're going to do Thursday nights as well, if you have a business or a product and you want the whole world to know about it and you want us to pitch it to them, we are professionals at doing it. You can call us or text us at 956-641-3241. We had some people or some businesses call us from San Antonio, Brenham, Texas. Mm-hmm. We sent out the quotes. We're only going to get like 2 or 3 sponsors for Tuesday and Thursday, all right? Yes. Separate sponsors. On Wednesday, we got about 5, so we can't add any more on Wednesday, but Tuesday and Thursday are now open for business, and we're going to be consistent. You know how we've been consistent since March 2020. We've been doing this, right?
Yes.
So we're doing it. You want to be part of this organization, and you want us to help your business or your product, you text us, 956-641-3241, and of course, we put all your websites, Instagram, social media, all that. We'll put it in the description so the fans can click on it and go to your platforms, okay? And ladies and gentlemen, we're in Edinburgh, Texas at Society 204, a co-working community. This is where our studios are at, situated in the heart of Edinburgh historic downtown district. Space ready to accommodate businesses of all sizes. We are the creative blending of 21st century amenities. Look at the place. Is it nicer, guys, or what? Look at that.
It's beautiful.
Chris, Carlito.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. You guys walked in, and did you notice there was quite a few people in the offices tonight, which when there usually aren't? Because I think they saw our social media and knew that these guys were coming. I think that's what it was.
What guys are you talking about?
The guys that are here in the studio tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And these guys are old enough to call Dr. T's Primary Care for Men.
Hey, woo.
If you feel sluggish, tired, gain weight, and you're looking for a primary care clinic to help improve your quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women, they handle your primary care needs. They will help you lose weight and get you feeling younger and healthier again, man. You know, you get older, you lose some testosterone. You need that in your body, and they know testosterone therapy like nobody else. And they have a 1-855 number. It's toll-free, 1-855-771-1650, or you can still call the 956-441-2188. It's www.doctorts.com, okay? So it's www. Oh, it's Doc Torts. I said Doc Torts.
Dr. T's. Well, you said that.
Doc Torts.
It's drt's.ts.com.
I was doing so good.
I'm sorry.
Chris and Carlito me hicieron ojos.
Yes,
me hicieron ojos.
Staring at you like
they're mad dogging you. Yeah, they were like in awe. The www.doctorts. It's D-O.
Torts.
Well, I said it. I said it like that so the people can know what it is, dude. You know, it's doctorts.com. There you go.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Chingao. All right, we got Jax Phoenix, ladies and gentlemen. This guy's going to be handling the chat zone. You got any questions, any shout-outs? You tell him, Jax.
Hey, how's it going, everybody watching all over the world? My name is Jax Phoenix, and I am lead singer of Venomous, but you already knew that. And I'm very excited to be here with our guests today. They are some of the most amazing musicians you will ever see on stage. They will be performing here close by. Stay tuned for the details. Now, I will be handling the chat zone tonight, so if you want to send any shout-outs, if you have any comments, hit me up. I'll hook you up.
I'm still freaking cracking up with Doc Torch. Chingao, man.
It's a Doc Torch T.
All right. So we went ahead and got a loan so we could get a phone, so we could get a camera for
oh my God.
the beauty of hashtag BBT. Producer
hey guys,
Riley, what's going on?
I'm here. Thank you guys, and welcome Carlito and Chris.
Thank you.
Oye, la fluorescent shirt esa que tienes, babe.
I know, right?
La boca shut up. You can walk home and they won't hit you.
Just in case I have to direct traffic and stuff.
Yeah.
Pac-Man.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, these guys are going to be performing here in the Rio Grande Valley. We got the poster to show you, man. It's going to be next Friday. Not this Friday, but next Friday. Look at that. It is going to be awesome. Grupo Metal. a band of, I would say it's a super group, dude. That's what
They
it
are.
is. It is a super group. It's Joey Jams on drums, Carlito Miranda on vocals, Chris Perez on guitar, and on bass, a former Mafia bass, Rudy Martinez is his last name.
Yeah, actually, he's
Martinez.
with him. He's there jamming with him right now.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's still
there.
Oh, dude, that's awesome, bro. All right. So all of you guys are playing, you got your own project, but this is like that group that you've all had for the longest time, right? And just, that's been around since what, 95, 98,
Yeah,
96?
well, we've known each other, been boys since early 90s, maybe even late 80s. Me and Rudy go back to high school.
Yeah,
freshman,
but didn't you
sophomore
guys play with Shelly Lattes together as kids?
Right around the graduate. Yeah, right around 87, 88,
Yeah.
somewhere around there.
Wow.
But yeah, I've known Rudy that long. Carlos came in. We met up shortly after that, became good friends,
Yeah.
and then Joey came along with him. It was like a package deal.
Yeah. Yeah, no, man. It's a super. The first time I saw Joey was with Carlito at Freeman Coliseum opening up for Selena. And Joey was about 12 years old, dude. And I was like, what
he was
the hell?
11.
He was 11, dude. And he was
11 when
playing
he
like Neil Peart, dude. I was like,
Yeah.
as a matter of fact, we got a video. Put on that video, babe. It's with it's Carlito, I think, right?
Hold
Did you
on.
Put it on.
Yeah.
Pelo, carnal? Wow. Oye, bro. Está medio fuzzy. El video tiene cobwebs.
I've never seen that.
Somebody who made it? It's not yours, is it? Somebody, a fan made it? I saw this video this morning and I was singing it all freaking day, dude. It's a catchy song.
Jamás que sin tu amor tendría el corazón.
Man, don't we wish we could grow hair like that again, Carlito?
Que sin ti
Yeah.
la triste
Pioneering the norteño look, bro.
se habría
What were you
de
feeling back
pegar
then, bro? You were barely getting
a mi
going.
lado.
That's incredible.
En un mar de llanto me ahogaría y sin tu piel hasta me perdería y que después de ti sería una sombra nada más. Estoy aquí.
Thinking of that time it was great opening up for La Mafia for sure.
Yeah.
All over Florida.
That's pretty crazy. Now, when you first started the band, your band, how old were you, dude? How
Metal?
old? No, that band right there.
Oh man, in my early 20s for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when I first got signed by Sony.
Yeah.
Discos.
And what instigated you to begin the band? I mean, had you been playing? Because I know your dad, Carlos Miranda, of course,
Right.
bro. He's one of the legendary, iconic Tejano figures of the industry who passed away a while. That's been a while since he passed away, ¿verdad?
8 years.
8 years, man. And
8 years.
but definitely left his mark in the industry. Now, did him being what he was doing, did that influence you to do what you wanted to do, or go into the music business as well, or what?
Yeah, well, I mean, as a kid, my mom would do the door, and as he would play all over the places and stuff. But as I grew up, then she could no longer be on the road anymore. But I didn't know who, to me, he was just my dad. But he had this name. So when I would go to all the functionings back in San Antonio, when the Tejano industry was pretty big at that time, and they had all these festivities right before the Tejano Music Awards, I would go and meet all the people that were in there and stuff. And, I'd always hear, "You're the son of Carlos Miranda," and I'd be like, yeah. And that's kind of like how it started.
Put on your headphones, man.
I can hear it.
Oh, y'all, can you hear it?
Yeah, junta tus garras y lárgate de aquí.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite. I think this is the one you did with him because you recorded this song together, didn't you?
Yeah, but we did it in a mariachi.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Junta tus garras y lárgate de aquí.
What a badass song, dude.
Well, he wrote it because my mom was kicking him out at that time. So. Pero menos a mí.
Llévate
el perro.
But the song sounds like he's singing it to the woman.
Yeah.
And then in the middle of the song, he's actually telling a bartender what the woman told him.
Yeah, exactly.
Vete y no regreses. Dude, I would get drunk to this song so many times, dude.
Really?
For like 5 days.
Dude, I know the effect, man. with that voice.
I
Because
know.
I got to go into the studio with him and actually record him when they redid it. I'm the one that tracked the vocals on that there in the studio.
Wow.
And I told him when his dad left, I'm like, damn, he made me want to have
Booze and the party.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is like you could get the effect in the recording. But when you'd see him do it live, it's like a la madre, right? It was like a total, punch, and it was interesting. some of the stronger voices in the industry. I mean, it's powerful.
Yeah, no, I learned to know that after so many people had shared their experiences with him or got to see him live and things like that. So one thing that I would hear is how strong his voice was. You know?
Yeah, man. What's your most memorable moment of your dad, bro? With you and your dad, was it a time when he told you, gave you some advice, or a time that,
Actually, the most memorable times that I have of him is him coming home with the new album. And I think he recorded over 35 albums.
Yeah.
So getting to hear the stories of Mexico coming to the Estados Unidos and to be able to make a name for himself and conquer a lot of things, because I'm sure the hurdles were very big in that era before coming over here.
Yeah, man. There were no luxuries back then, bro.
No,
you didn't
so
have cell phones. You didn't have buses.
He really went for it, and after he had passed, they had given him an award, and I forgot the name of the award, but when I went there to get the award in his name, some of the people there remembered where it all started, and he was a janitor, and it was the place was called El Ranchito in Somerset, Texas, in San Antonio.
Yeah, and he had come from Saltillo, Mexico. Yeah.
And so he was the janitor there, mopping the floors and stuff like that, and so the band that was performing there could hear somebody singing from far away.
Yeah.
And they would stop as they were rehearsing, and they were trying to figure out who's this guy that's singing,
Yeah.
So they, after some time, they found out that it was him, and they went over there and they asked him, and they said, "Hey man, is that you singing?" And he's like, "Yeah, and so they're like, "Hey, do you mind? Do you want to sing tonight?" And he's like, No. I don't want to sing tonight. I don't want the boss to get mad or whatever. And they said, well, if I talk to the boss, would you come and sing, And he's like, yeah. So the guy went and talked to the manager of the place and asked him, and that, as he said in his word, he goes, after that night, a star was born.
Wow, dude, that's crazy. I'm getting chills, man, just thinking about that. Being there when that happened, man. Can you believe it? So why is it that your most memorable moment was when he came in with a new album? What new album was it, or why that?
Because it was the album cover, you know what I mean?
And he was on it.
Yeah, he was on it.
Like dad's on an album.
And I would take it to, when you would go to school, the show and tell. And that was my thing, so I was able to take the albums over there.
Man.
And just, seeing what it was. But to me, he was just my dad.
And you didn't really get to spend a lot of time with him, did you? Because he was always on the road, dude. Back then, they played Tuesday through Sunday and shit, right? They were on the road. They'd come back for a couple of days. You get a little bit of sleep and get back on there.
Yeah, no, I did get to travel with him to some shows, which was great. See him on the road, how he did things, everything else. And just how the public received him. He always had somewhere to go where they were going to feed him, or somewhere they all took care of him.
And everybody wanted to party with him and hang out with him. And as
he
was admired, and you were there watching all that, bro.
Yeah, no, and it was an experience, and I didn't realize how impactful his name really was, because during the time of touring with Selena Los Dinos, when they would see my name up there, they thought it was actually him. So they would come in, and they'd be these men in suits, and and they'd be like, "Onta Carlos?" Like, "Pues aquí está el hijo nomás."
And your mom, dude, your mom's an angel, dude. I remember staying at your house in Seguin, Texas, whenever I'd go up there with the TV show I was with, they'd say, "Hey, we're going to stay at the Marriott." "Nah, I'm going to stay with Carlito in Seguin." I don't want to stay in no freaking hotel. I want to go hang out with you, stay in your house and, absorb some of the legend stuff that was, the house. And your mom was always there. And one of the nicest persons I had ever met in my life, dude.
Yeah, she was definitely an angel, and anybody who knew me knew her.
Yeah.
And she was just, I carry her principles as well. She was very giving.
And common sense. Yeah. And she was it was an amazing, amazing person.
Yeah, no, I learned a lot from her. I felt like I was the luckiest kid in the world.
I remember I don't know how old Carlito was, probably about 22, and he was living with his mom, at 23, because it was just him and his mom. And, he stayed there with her and took care of her till the last days. Yeah. And I remember I'll never forget, I went to your house, we were hanging out, and then we were just, it was the next day, we were like in your bedroom, and you had a bed, and and you were playing those old football Game Boys that have the little dash that would go like this, and and I was like, dude, I'll buy it off of you. No way. No, my mom found it at a flea market or something like that, and he was playing. I wanted it because it reminded me of junior high, and this was like 95, dude, and the junior high was in 81. That's when those things were coming.
I still have it.
You still have it, dude?
I still have it.
Wow, bro, man.
I still have it.
And the reason I was playing this song was because with the first interview, one of the very first interviews I did for my channel here was with Chris Perez. He stayed at the house, at my house, and he came down because Chris wanted to do a podcast.
Right.
And
Well, he was in. It was both of us.
get
were
closer to
talking
the
about-
microphone because
Both Carlitos and I were talking about it. So.
yeah, you all were talking about a podcast, and Chris called me, and he said, you know what, we told the people in LA that if we're gonna do that, Rock and Roll James has to be a part of it, because we had history, and you guys knew I'm in the broadcast field, and I had been there for about 20 years, so you felt that I'd be careful and take care of whatever you guys, which I would 110%.
Sure.
So I told Chris, you know what, I'm starting some interviews. Why don't you come down and we'll test drive it and create an interview, and then we can have something to show that of the possibilities of what we can do.
Yeah.
And he came over to the house, and we sat down, and it became one of the most epic interviews I've ever done, dude. I mean, we talked a lot about your history, and you mentioned that this song you remembered, but because it reminded you of being standing in the back seat of the car while your mom was driving somewhere.
Yeah, and having a boat piñata for like my 7th birthday because I love that song so much.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, dude.
as
man,
soon as he
that's
started
cool.
playing it, I was like, wait a second.
Yeah. How you been, Chris?
I've been good, busy,
Yeah.
super busy, but I can't at all complain. Everything's been going really good. We've been putting a studio together probably since the pandemic. But now that everything's cleared up, we can get a little bit more serious about it. Just been working with a lot of different people.
How many projects do you have that are you're bouncing around with?
Right now, there's more, but right now I'll say 4.
4.
Yeah, there's the rock thing that I do. There's this metal thing that we do that it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It just feels very just like the joy behind it, and it doesn't feel like so much work. You know what I mean? Because we're playing all these songs that we love. Everywhere we play, the crowd that goes to check it out, they end up loving everything too. And, and the thing is, like, and I think we talked about this a little bit the last time when we spoke on air, is that the music that we like is so diverse. You know what I mean? It's like, I know a lot of people might think that the only thing I listen to, or the majority of music that I listen to, is rock based or whatever, but it's a lot of different stuff.
You could tell in your music. I mean, there's a lot of influences in it, a lot of different styles that you bring together to create your own.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess that comes out naturally, but with metal, everything that we get to play, it's like we get to honor it. You know what I mean? And usually we start off playing it pretty much the way it goes, the way the original version goes, and as it goes towards the middle, towards the end, it gets a little bit more heavier, kind of.
Yeah. When Joey was here, Joey Jams, your drummer, he let me hear a little bit of what you guys were doing, and I was sounding great, dude. And it had it has that not tropical, but Caribbean type of influence. It's got it's the cumbia style stuff and all that, but. Carlitos, your voice sounds great, dude, on that recording. When is that coming out? Is it out, or what are you guys planning, or what's going on with it?
It's gonna come out. We just haven't. We gotta nail it down. I think I have to do some more guitar parts before it's even close to being done. And
Are you guys wanting to release a whole 10-song album, or is it just an EP, 4 songs, 5 songs?
Yeah, we got like 5 songs.
Okay.
We kind of want to just test the waters, put it out there.
Yeah, that's what you do
a
now,
video,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You don't even have to do that many songs, honestly.
Yeah.
You can do 2, 3, or
Yeah.
even 1. It's a singles-driven market now. So.
Yeah, it is, dude. It's not about albums. Nobody gets the album. It's that one song and that one video and the billion streams, on it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was freaked out when Metallica released their last album, Wired, was it called? Hardwired to Self-Destruct.
Yeah.
I bought the box, dude. It's fucking awesome, right?
Yeah.
But those guys, by the time they released it, all the videos were done. And all the songs, and they just threw it all out, dude.
Yeah.
It wasn't just one at a time like back in the old school radio days where you throw out a single, 2 months later, throw out another one, see how far or how deep you can get with the album, how long it could take you before you have to release another one or record another one. These guys just threw it all out. And I was like, what's going on here? Okay, these guys are way ahead of the game.
Yeah.
These guys are doing this for a reason, because they see the market and they understand how people are consuming their music and their videos. And it was pretty interesting. And are you all planning to just do that and throw it all out, or will you release one at a time, or what do you guys want to plan to do?
Right now Chris is going to go back in and do some of the guitars and stuff like that to the songs that we got, because Rudy and Joey, they've done their parts already. And then I'm going to touch up what needs to be touched up and everything, and then do some videos.
Who's the more analytical, anal dude in the whole band that's like, man, we got to do it this way, and we got to, you see something that you want to fix.
Yeah, and I don't think there's much of that in this band, because everybody already kind of trusts each other to a really great level that, like, I ain't worried about what Joey's gonna put down. You know what I mean, or what Rudy's gonna put down, or what he's gonna sing, or and they don't. Same thing with me. They don't worry about me. I mean, I have mentioned to Carlos, I want to use this kind of tone based on this song with whatever, and he's like, oh, okay, yeah. But we don't ever really.
And there's not one John Mutt Lang that's overlooking it and saying, hey, you know what? Maybe we need to do this here. There's no direction by one certain person that's like kind of driving the
like a leader.
Yeah, of the band or the music.
I think it's all of us. You know what I mean? Like I told Chris, be you. I told Joey, be you. I told Rudy, just be you, because that's what makes us be metal.
Yeah,
we've always, and that, like Chris says, we really do trust each other to know, so each of us can really handle our own parts when we're on stage.
Yeah,
it's a two-way street. Like if I have an idea or whatever, it'll be listened to, and somebody like Joey sure as hell doesn't have a problem telling me, hey dude, you should try that thing you do. What? What? Tell me.
And does that offend you or no?
No, not even. I mean, I love, if it's constructive criticism, I'm down all day. I mean, I'm gonna go to a studio in Austin tomorrow to redo some guitar tracks I did for my stuff, because somebody told me, somebody I respect was like, that intro, bro, and the guitar tone, it's going to carry the whole song, so you need to be more careful with that. I'm like, you think? Yeah, I think you're right. So from here, that's how we're driving back to San Antonio, so that I can get up in the morning to go to Austin, so that I can redo what I need to redo.
I know, because
constructive criticism is positive to me.
Yeah. How about the scheduling, man? Does that kind of delay stuff a bit, or because I mean,
sometimes.
Yeah, because like you called me one time, we were on the phone for about 2 hours. And then the next morning I called you and you were on the road to Houston, and I'm like, okay, this guy's all over the place. And then you're in New York, and then you're in LA.
Yeah.
Carlitos joins you in some of those, right?
A lot of them.
A lot of them, because he's kind of your side guy, right?
Yeah.
I'm not side guy like side guy, but he's the one that.
Yeah. No, we both put in
partner in crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure that. But we both put in equal amounts of work, and I might even go so far as to say that he might put in more. You know what I mean? Because sometimes there's some physical things that have to be done, and making sure that the merchandise is where it needs to be, who's helping out, and like kind of controlling all of that. He's been really good and a big benefit to me during all that. And then like from my end of things, like you'd be surprised at or most people would there when I tell them like 4 hours of a meet and greet, and I keep my energy level from the first person that I meet in
I've
that
seen it
to the very last one, and it's like in the middle of it all, you're not really thinking too much about it, because you're just glad to be there, and that people are showing up. But when it's over, man, it's like maybe a day or two of recovery. And
I remember we did one at the Whiskey Barrel here, and there was a dude that showed up with a tote bag with like 100 posters.
It was a huge duffel bag. I was so mad. Remember?
Yeah, he was from Bronzeville. So Chris like so signed like 25 of them.
Yeah.
And there's a line of people. I'm like, hey, wait, come on. So then Chris signs them. All right. And then he pulls out a duffel bag, brings out more, and Chris just goes, oh, it's still out there. And I was like, dude, get the fuck out of here, bro. What the fuck? I was like, what the hell?
No, that's one thing that I now put in our contracts or anything like that nobody can come in with 25 posters or whatever it is.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
There's
No.
people there that
Yeah,
are in
dude.
line.
No, everybody's
to
gotta get
meet
a
him,
shot, yeah.
and they wait and do everything, and then it just
Este vato se bañó, carnal, es el valle, carnal, ya sabes, bro. ¿Entiendes?
Or you get a group of people. It's like, hey, you got to take the picture with all the group.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
can't do single ones. Because we'll be here all night.
So so Carlito, you kind of like sort of manage and
Yeah.
kind of handle the scheduling and stuff
Yeah,
for
pretty
Chris.
much,
And
yeah.
so, what kind of headaches does Chris give you? I mean, that's
Actually,
like
none. To be
none?
honest,
None?
because I already know what.
But there isn't any time that you go like, "Chinga, Chris, come on, bro," or something.
Oh,
like that.
sometimes, yeah.
Okay, what
I got a story.
Oh, say it.
So we were somewhere, Arizona, maybe New Mexico, and we did. It was a metal show. It was a metal show,
yeah.
and then it was also the Cumbia Kings had done a thing there too.
Was it like a few weeks ago, like in May?
It was like a couple months ago, maybe.
It was, I think,
Because I know you all were in New Mexico a couple of weeks ago, right?
With
In
Cumbia
May.
Kings, yeah.
Yeah.
And then was it?
Las Cruces.
No,
It was Las Cruces.
It wasn't that time. It was another
Well,
time.
that
before
one recently you're talking about was in Odessa.
Órale.
Odessa, Texas.
So, the day had been pretty busy for me. So then Metal did their thing.
Carlitos is laughing over there.
Had a great set. The crowd, like, I freaked out. I think I posted on Instagram, like, man, just seeing everybody singing back. Like, I could hear them over the PA system, and these are cover songs. You know what I mean? I wasn't expecting that. But anyway, so that was exciting. Then the Kings went up, and then did I go up and play with them too?
No, you were in the dressing room.
So yeah, but that's always an option. Whenever we're doing a show together, it's like if I want to go, I can. If I'm busy or I'm tired or whatever, then I won't. It's up to me basically.
Yeah.
So, we had finished our set. And I'm like in the back stage thing. There were some friends that I knew from Texas that had moved over there, and we were visiting and hanging out. We started having some drinks, and I'm like, I start relaxing, right? And then somebody comes in and they're like, hey, Carlos said to come get you because there's a meet and greet. And I said, nah, I never heard anything about that, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm not going, I'm staying here. So I'm there, I'm having a good time. Everybody's in there, and it's a party.
Yeah.
And then he comes back, I'm like, nope. As soon as I see him at the door, I'm like, nope, I'm not going. I already told you I'm not going.
And what would Carlito say? Chinga.
So apparently, yeah, the homie went back to Carlos, and Carlos like, I don't know. All I know is I was in the room and the door opens, and he goes, hey, and I looked at him and he goes, let's go. I was like,
Me voy a quitar la faja.
let's go.
I'm going to take my belt off.
Let's go.
Well, I mean, to make the story, I went out there selling the merch already. I went. He was in the back. There were some good friends that shown up. He hadn't seen quite a while. They were from San Antonio, and so man, the line just started getting big.
Yeah.
And everything, and I was just slinging shirts and posters and doing everything. And so our sound engineer came and I said, hey, go get Chris. Let him know that there's a lot of people here. And so he came back. He goes, hey, bro, he's not coming, man. He told me no. And to them, they're just like, they're not going to contest Chris, right?
Yeah.
If he says no, he says no. I said, hey, watch the stuff here. I'll be right back. So I go over there and I see him. I walk in the dressing room. Everybody's having a good time. And he's like, nope. I said, come on, 5 minutes. That's all it's going to take. And he's telling me no the whole time we're walking to the meet and greet.
And then as soon as we turn the corner where the line is, he's here,
and then he's like, hey.
Oh, man. What a feeling, man. You're buzzing, and then the crowd's there for you.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was awesome. And then there was a girl there, right? The first one I met or whatever that...
She was just crying.
Apparently, but when I wasn't there, she was upset.
Yeah.
Or talking smack or whatever. And as soon as I got there, like, she just started
crying when she saw him.
Bro, how do you feel when you see when you see that, bro? I mean, I'm on social media, dude, and people love you, dude. I mean, they love you.
They really love you.
They do, bro. I mean, you have a lot of admiration from a lot of people. And, I mean, of course, a lot of it goes back to Selena and all that, but you've built your own brand, dude. You've stuck to it. You've been consistent. You've never given up.
Yeah.
And you're still doing what you were put on this earth to do, and that's make music. Some people wouldn't have gone this far.
It's
Some
been
people
tough,
would,
man.
yeah.
It's been tough.
And then, there's that whole thing about living in Selena's shadow as well, which sometimes may have an effect. But in the end, it was what it was, and it is what it is, and you've absorbed everything that came, and you also have had a big part in her legacy, living on to this day, dude.
Yeah, I think for me, right? I think for me, the thing is, like, regardless of all the, what happened to her, well, there's no more band for me, and just the dark period of time following that for years, and the whole making decisions based on, like, wanting to be a musician and not el viudo, you know what I mean, and be seen in a certain light. But then once I finally got to a point of, well, embrace it. It's what you, it's what it is, and then the advent of social media, I get to have a voice now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then noticing people jumping on and starting to follow and connect and interact with me through that. That made me see the whole situation from the beginning till now in a very grateful, optimistic kind of way, because I could sit here right now and I can tell you all the negative things that have happened, all the things people have tried to do or have said about me, and we can go down that road all day long, and I think it's just a fact of life if you're going to go down this road. You know what I mean? But you can choose to look at all the positive, and the fans have been honestly the number one thing.
Yeah.
I mean, and to answer your question, how does it make me feel? I never take it for granted, and I'm always grateful, and I try to put that energy forward when I see them or I get to spend time with them, because that's important. You can't just,
well, it's to me, if you ask me, all that is just part of your individual legacy. You're leaving the legacy of your own. And that was just part of what you're building on your own as well. So, I'm just really glad that you never gave up, because after something as tragic as what happened, most dudes would have just gone downhill, dude.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that.
They don't realize that.
Yeah, they think it was easy.
They can be armchair quarterbacks from 2,000 miles away, but
right.
Nobody's walked your shoes. Nobody's walked in your boots and your shoes but you.
Yeah.
And,
well, I'm here to
as
say,
devastating as that news was and that incident was, you came back, bro.
Yeah, well, I'm here to say that all these years later, you know what I mean? I feel like just right now, as far as career goes, right now is where I'm the most happy and grateful, because I get to do so many different things. I don't only get to work on, and it's not a have to, it's I get to. I get to work on the Chris Perez band. I get to work on the Metal project. I get to work on Blue Mariachi Productions. I get to work on different, last night I was just tracking guitar for one of the ex-members of MDO, which, it was a great idea, you know what I mean? And so I get to do all these kind of, just record with different people. I'm doing a lot of different things. I'm happy,
Is it does acceptance have something? Did you have? How did you do it? I mean, how did it happen? To just one day you just said, I accept what's gone on in my life, and I'm gonna build more, and I'm gonna keep going. When was that epiphany? When was that moment of epiphany that you said, you know what? It is what it is, and it's time for me to get to work and do what I do best, because you're a damn good musician too, dude.
Yeah, well, I appreciate
you're not
that.
just
Thanks,
any, I mean, I've seen you play, and you're about perfection and hitting the correct notes and not playing sloppy.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know. And so when was that a moment of that epiphany that you said, you know what? I'm okay. It's okay. Let's do it.
I think it's been a gradual thing for me, but I think the actual, like, the defining moment was one day I turned around and I looked back at what I only considered to be Selena's legacy. And I never really took stock of the part that I played in that, because it's always been about her. It's always been about helping to push that forward and what she represents and everything like that. And I kind of like didn't think of my space in that whole thing. And one day, I think I mentioned it to you before, but I think it was when we were doing the thing in Miami, and the director of the movie Remember we were having some
for
drinks
the
at
J-Lo
bar,
thing.
and he told me something. And when he told me something clicked in my head, you know. And he told me about. We were talking about the making of the movie. He was reminding me of some of the things that had happened. And it was a good
With
conversation.
Gregory.
Yeah, it was a great conversation, all positivity. And then he said something to me about, you know, if we didn't have the love story, that we didn't have a movie. Mm-hmm. And when he told me that, something clicked inside me.
Wow.
And it was like, you know what, dude? Allow yourself to accept that. You know? And then from then on, things just kind of started. I just started making different decisions. And
Wow. Those moments in life, dude,
Yeah.
they just impact you.
yeah, and there's a bunch of other little ones, but I think that's the one that kind of like, if I'm facing this way, that one went,
Wow.
you know what I mean? Turned me in a different direction.
When you were in New Mexico and you jumped on with the Cumbia Kings, was AB playing with them or no?
Nah.
No, this
he
was Cruz
doesn't-
Martinez.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Cruz Martinez.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and some of the members that were there when I
When you were playing there as well. And then
Yeah.
Joey Jams was part of that era as well, too, wasn't he? And he was
yeah,
playing-
Joey did some of that.
and he was out
yeah.
there with you guys. You were doing a metal thing, right? And
Oh no, not he wasn't. Was he doing the metal thing then?
No, he did the Odessa with us.
okay.
But the Metal and Cumbia Kings it was a good package.
Yeah.
And it just worked.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
And so being with them, I mean, Cruz got a pretty good show that he puts on. It's very entertaining.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a pro. I mean, he started with La Sombra, and then
Well,
you know,
that's the thing. You see them wearing the same outfits.
Yeah.
You see all the visuals.
consistency.
Yeah, and he takes you down this timeline.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what we do with the Metal. We kind of go down a timeline
Mm-hmm.
of things and talk about what's going on in the world today. And you know what I mean? Because experience the pandemic, you learned what you were going to miss, and, you know, things of being together out in the doing concerts and stuff. You kind of put a lot of things in perspective, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, they're going to be performing a week from Friday in Mission, Texas at 5x5. There's the poster right there. And I want to see everybody there. We're going to make it out there. I'm going to take my beautiful wife. Jax is going to go out there dressed like Motley Crue.
I'll be there for sure, taking pictures.
You know, and you guys, I mean, don't expect that it's just Tejano and stuff like that. These guys play everything. I mean, these guys, it's an entertaining show. And everybody that goes, no matter what style or genre of music you love, these guys are going to fulfill that. And I think you should get your tickets. It's probably going to be sold out. It's an outdoor venue, but they put tables, and it's 5x5 Brewing, Brick Fire, Buzz, and Suerte Bar and Grill putting it together. And Joey Herrera, big shout out to Joey out there who decided to get you guys down here, which I was hoping that would happen someday soon.
Yeah.
And it is going to be an awesome show. And make sure to make plans to make it out there a week from Friday. Now, we're going to go with Jax Phoenix. I'm sure the chat zone is on fire.
It's been going nuts this whole time.
It's on fire. My fingers hurt. I think all my rings are weighing my fingers, so it's harder for me to type so fast. But I appreciate everybody on the chat zone interacting. I am going to read a couple of your shout outs and questions for our wonderful guests that are here tonight. First of all, I want to give a shout out to everybody that is watching us from all over the universe, pretty much. We have people from Dallas, Texas, California, Dallas, Texas, Bobby Hernandez, Clearwater, Texas, Silvano, Fort Worth, Texas, Jesse Ramirez, Jane Lee has a question, Ivan Cardenas, the Espinosas in Mercedes. We have people watching in Seguin, Ohio, wait, let me see if I'm saying this correctly. Wenatchee, Wenatchee, Washington. Wenatchee, right? Okay. And we got Dayton, Texas, and California, baby. Oh, yeah.
That almost sounds like a female body part,
Right? Yeah.
Wenatchee.
Baby, pásame tu Wenatchee, baby.
Oye, babe, ¿no quieres que te apachure la Wenatchee? Oh my God. So one of the questions that our fans have is Metal going to West Texas, anywhere in San Antonio or Austin, if you guys have any shows? And also for Chris, do you still have your sauce for sale?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we
Hot
still
sauce.
we still have the hot sauce, but it's on. I think if you want to get it, you have to go to Amazon.com.
Oh,
There was
okay.
some other deal that we worked on to get it to Amazon, which has been tremendously like for the rest of the world outside of Texas.
Yeah.
It's a big world. Everybody can get it there a lot easier.
And that's awesome because you can buy it and put it in your pizza.
Yes.
And it's cheaper than a gallon of gas right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
They also want to know what kind of product you use in your curls.
This is brought to you by.
Carlito said.
They did ask that question like a couple of times.
Carlito said, because me and Carlito, we're both bald, right? Well, I still have that small oasis of denial on me. Right?
Yeah.
And Carlito says, hey, it's cheaper, dude. It's cheaper. You should see what Chris spends on hair products. You know?
The chat zone, by the way, they love your hat. They think your hat is awesome.
This is actually my wig, my extensions.
Yeah.
So going back to Chris's question about the curls, what do you use in there? What do you want to reveal your secret?
It's not a secret.
Gusto puro
man.
producto de
It's just
Sammy.
It's a shampoo and a conditioner from Paul Mitchell. It's the fluorescent green, light green colored stuff. It's a white container, but it has light green on it.
And you can only get it in Amazon, people. No, just
it's in a lot of places.
Like the salons
all
and
right.
stuff.
They were really.
Do you color your hair, Chris?
I do.
Yeah.
I just did it today.
Do you have a lot of gray or no?
I have a lot.
You do, bro.
I
can't
can't
see you.
I didn't used to, but just recently it just started.
I can't see you with gray hair.
Since
dude.
I
That's
started
like-
working so much, it just started.
Yeah.
You know.
Carlitos is giving you all that gray hair, dude.
Yeah.
And Chris, you're making Carlitos lose his.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Probably what it is.
Chris, people are wondering in the chat zone as well if you are a vampire because they say you don't look a day over 30 years old.
No, dude. What's up with that, bro?
Yeah, how do
You
you
don't
make? Do you have like a fitness regimen? Do you run? What do you do?
Are you the
diet?
vampire Lestat?
I go, working out and bike riding, circuit training, jogging,
Meditation.
yoga. I just mix it all up.
Are you
people don't know this
and
about
then,
you.
And then there will be phases. Like I do everything. I usually do things like in big, like so. If I'm gonna go plant based, my diet, I'll go plant based and I'll stick to it for a nice chunk of time. But then all of a sudden,
Pinche tomahawk. Little.
yeah, we were talking about that earlier. But then my body, I'll just start craving. I don't know if it's a Texas thing, but I start craving like steaks and the baked potatoes and the
Barbecue.
The brisket, the
Yeah.
sausage.
What size of t-shirt do you wear? Is it small?
It's a medium.
It's medium.
Medium.
Small, yeah.
Small,
and
medium.
you still wear your jeans that you wore in junior high
Yeah.
and shit like that?
Wow.
Yeah. Listen, babe.
Hey,
dude,
remember?
What the hell?
Remember when you guys were doing that photo shoot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were like towering over him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that.
Right?
He called me petite. He goes, "You're so petite." I was like, man.
I'm gonna show a picture from that
Can
photo
we-
shoot
Okay.
real quick.
Yeah. There we go. You don't know.
Man, you guys look.
Beauty and the Beast.
I don't know. Cállate.
Hey, this one's my
Movie stars.
favorite. This one's my favorite.
You guys look like you're about to come out in a Step Brothers or something.
Step Brothers.
Classic one, dude.
That's
We got to make a t-shirt like that, bro.
For real.
No, we don't.
And guess what my wife did, bro?
What?
Oh, where are they, baby?
They're right here. Hold on.
What's going on?
Oh, man. Your love tonight. All right. So my wife
Brothers post.
had them printed out. Yeah, there we go, bro. There we go.
You
man.
gotta frame that one. You gotta frame it, dude.
It looks better like that.
We gotta autograph it, bro. You gotta autograph
Let's
it.
do it.
And then we have this one as well.
Okay.
All right. This is a cool one as well. I like this one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then we have this one. Oh, sorry about
Nice.
that, baby. So we got this, and I don't know. Maybe we can sign them and do a contest and have a fan.
Whatever you want to do.
Can you imagine if you had this on your wall? This is a piece, a conversational piece.
There's so
Yes.
much testosterone in one picture right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we didn't want to make Carlito feel bad because he's not in the picture. So let me see.
Please
here.
tell me you photoshopped
Oh my
him.
god.
Yeah, I remember this one. I don't know. It'd probably been like 4
my
days, 4 days
God.
awake or something. We have this one right here. Yeah.
I barely remember that one.
This was at a hotel.
Let me show it closer. Hold on.
Put it closer, baby. It was at a hotel in Harlingen. I had just recorded my first album with Whiskey D, and I really wanted these guys to listen to it and give me their take on it. And, you know, it was pretty cool. We got to hang out, and they all had Whiskey D shirts on. And, of course, you remember Chavi and Mama, and they look like little kids. You know? So, put that picture again. Put that picture again.
Hold on.
Watch out. Yeah, yeah. Pinche rock and roll jail, tu pinche malo. Parece pinche pinche Vince McMahon lo agarró chingazo.
You look like Undertaker right there.
Mo, carnal.
Al Chile, Dad.
Yeah. Hey, but go back again. Go back.
Oh, hold on. To the picture?
Yeah. Go back to the picture, babe.
Hold on.
Watch out.
Hold on.
Come on, babe. Put it on. No, put the whole the big
whole
screen. Yeah,
thing?
put the big screen. Put the big screen. I want everybody to see this.
Okay.
Look at Chris, man. How long had you been up that night, man? Look at that.
Probably about 3 days.
Chris, carnal, watch out, pinche hair.
Poreao.
Ay, no
That's what I
tenía,
look like the day after meet and greet. I'm telling you. That's how tired I am.
ay, no tenía hair
how
product
tired I
para
am.
nada, carnal. The hair product was 2 days old on that hair, man, right?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But yeah,
Great
man.
times.
Is that cool? Look at that, bro.
Yeah, it's cool.
Hey,
That's rocker style, bro.
Carlito hadn't found the hat yet, man. He hadn't found the hat. Pero boy, we go back so far, man, right?
Oh yeah, man. Those
30
Puro Tejano
years,
days.
dude. 32 years, dude.
I met you when you were really rocking and rolling.
Yeah, I was real bad, man.
I could write a book about you.
Tell him about it. I was
can write a
asking
book
one of
about
his.
a lot
I
of
was
people.
asking one of Carlito's friends for drugs at some fucking club or something, and Carlito got mad.
It was at
drugs.
Giorgio's.
It was at Giorgio's.
It was
And
at-
then what did you tell me, bro? What did you tell me?
Well, he,
The guy was like drug. He was non-drug.
he was
guy.
a drug-free guy.
Y, okay, vato, no tienes un pase, carnal. You know what I mean? And then Carlitos got
I told
after-
Rock, I said, hey, bro, what the fuck are you doing, man? You can't just be walking up to anybody and asking them for fucking coke, bro.
And then what did you say? What did you? And then what did I say? And how did I say?
Started going like, ¿y qué? ¿Eh? ¿Y qué? If I want to ask for drugs, I can ask for drugs.
No, but you said something else right earlier. I don't know. And he had his arms
With
were
your
back.
arms, your arms that you're doing like, you're going to wrestle
Man, that
someone.
was freaking bad, dude. And so yeah, man, those pictures are awesome, man. And we've had a good time, man. Hey, Jesse Turner said he outdrank you, dude. How true is that shit?
Oh,
he said that
yes.
he got a Jack Daniels bottle. He sat down with you and he outdrank you, dude. And that's what he said here on the show, right, baby?
Yes, he
we
did.
got caught.
Wow.
Yeah.
He left some stuff out.
No, what the stuff? Okay, Jesse,
Yeah, like,
here you
I
go.
can-
No. He left it out for a reason, and I'm gonna respect his reason for leaving it out. You know.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you're not gonna?
But no, it wasn't true.
it wasn't true.
Nah, as a matter of fact, I remember them carrying him out of a. Remember that?
Yeah, they carried him out,
Carried him out
and
of
he
some-
threw up. He threw up really bad.
And I kind of felt Jesse was kind of sensationalizing
Yeah, he
it,
was.
you know.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, le estaba echando crema a los tacos y la
Chingos de
chingada.
crema.
Chingos de crema.
And Chris saying that it ain't true, and
Yikes.
I'd have to double think about that, because it was about him. But Carlitos is the third person here to back up Chris. So
Yeah.
Jesse, chingado, ya no te pisteando, sí, carnal. Chris is gonna
That,
outdrink
you know
you,
what?
carnal.
But that might be how he remembers it.
Yeah.
Because it just.
He went for it.
He went for it.
He went for it. Like
Yeah.
I was like, wow, he's gonna go.
You know
for
what I
it.
told Jesse, Carlitos? You lucky you didn't catch me when I was drinking.
Yeah.
Because I would have made these guys freaking faint, right, dude?
No, well, you and Chris, y'all. I mean, you were probably, I don't know, man, but Chris is up there with you.
See?
Oh, wow.
The chat zone
Y'all
keeps
are
going
not
crazy
helping.
over this question right
You guys
here.
are not helping me.
Okay.
All right. You want me to do it?
Yeah, well, let's go to Jax. She's got a question, and it's a super chat, so they've donated
okay.
some money.
Nice.
They've
Thank
been
you.
donating money for this question.
Who's the super chat?
Okay, Tejano Boy is one of them. Sal in the House is another one.
Okay.
iLoud14 is another one. They've been donating money because they really want this question to stand out, and
Okay.
we're gonna ask.
And you're not obligated to
Carlitos.
answer anything.
Yeah.
You
No.
can
You're
say
not.
I'll take the fifth or whatever the hell, right? So
Yeah, you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but the chat zone is really riled up right now. So they want to know, Carlitos, who turned down Jesse Turner?
Oh man.
Oh shit, dude! Yeah, because I was just thinking about that too. Because Jesse Turner said that a guy, a Tejano artist that speaks predominantly Spanish,
right,
refused to share the stage with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then that he was in the bus and he was pretty cool about it. And then Carlito went in, hey, bro, he fucked you up,
yes,
dude.
Yeah.
Pinche Carlito instigator of that.
Yes, yeah.
Well, it wasn't that I was instigating. I just happened to be right next to him when Turner was asking, this particular
artist,
if he would get up there to sing because, Turner told me, he goes, hey man, who's one of your favorite singers and so-and-so? And I was like, yeah, this guy. And he goes, well, this is my favorite. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And we're just kind of there and that artist shows up and I'm like, Turner's right here. And then that artist is right next to Turner. And I can just, hear them talking. He's like, hey, we learned the song and, why don't you get up on stage with us, and and of course he told him, man, I really would want to, but I got to go somewhere right after, and regardless of that, even Turner said, well, we could do it, while you're up, you know what I mean, like it doesn't matter, and so then whatever he tells him, and of course I heard Turner tell, he's like, he tells him, no, I can't do it, and Turner's like, neta, oh man, so it was like one of those kind of things, right? So then Turner goes to the bus and does everything, and Chris is in the bus with them, and I go inside and I'm talking to the musicians, and I just happen to say, hey man, what are y'all gonna do tonight, and all this other kind of stuff. And he's like, oh, we're gonna stick around, we're just gonna be around here, we probably won't stay here at the club, but we'll be around because we have a show close by. Mm-hmm. So when I went in the bus, when I had overheard that he had said, yeah, we're leaving. And so when I heard that, I told Turner, I said, hey, dude, that's not what I heard, man. I was like, I happened to be talking to one of the musicians, and they just said that. So, of course, I'm going to put it, I'm going to put my thumb in the wound on him and just be like, hey, yeah. No,
hold on, let me get some lemon for your cut.
So I'm like, hey, I just didn't want to get up there.
He said that Carlito came in and said, man, he did you bad.
He did you dirty. He did you dirty.
No, Jesse was genuinely like, you could see
bro.
That's why I was like, dude, yeah, stop, don't.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah,
fuck it.
But Carlos over here.
Yeah, Carlos, yeah, man.
The chat zone has
that shit, Jesse.
The chat zone has like an A, B, C, D here of people they think it is. Should I say the names or should I?
No, we got to respect Jesse. Jesse didn't want anybody to know. He doesn't want to. I mean, even though a lot of people that have said it on the chat before have hit the nail on the head, but we're not going to say yes or
no. Nobody confirms anything, no.
So he did tell you off the air?
Oh, yeah, he did. Okay, yeah, cool. He did. He told us, and,
it's really not that big of a deal.
No, it's not, dude. It's not like if the guy's a huge, I mean, he's a good...
You're starting more drama.
No,
Jesus.
I'm not. No, he is a great artist in his own, on his own realm, right? But it's not, I wouldn't, me hubiera agüitado, ¿entiendes? But, I understand where Jesse is, but, that's just water under the bridge.
Yeah, to me, it wasn't that big of a deal. You know what I mean? Like, if he just didn't want to do it, respectfully, don't do it. You know? It's that simple. I think the big deal is that Turner really was looking forward to it.
Yeah.
That's it.
For Jesse.
Yeah.
Yeah, he even asked me because there's a block of their show where I would go up and play like 5-6 songs with them. Mm-hmm. And then he even called me and was like, hey, can you learn that song? Because we're going to be doing a gig with so-and-so. And I'm like, yeah, okay. It's like, I think 4 chords or whatever. Mm-hmm. So pretty simple.
Super simple for you because you're like a superstar.
Yeah, so everybody learned it. And I think that was also another reason. Like, he put himself out there with the band, with me, like, hey, and expecting the best. Well,
yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, I don't think Jesse should let it really bother him anymore.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, no.
He does,
but still, I mean, if he's still talking about it, you know what I mean? Como que le picó un poquito, but it was, But,
but even when I told him everything, I said, man, he did you dirty.
Hey, when he said that, I said, Pinche Carlito. I could just hear him.
Echándole chingo de crema a los tacos.
And he impersonated you perfectly like you impersonate me.
I heard they go, man, he did you and Chris to the T. I'm like, really?
By the way.
The whole thing, when I told him, I said, man, he did you dirty, man. And then he goes, Neta.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris just mentioned that he gets on stage and performs with Signal. He's going to be doing it July 2nd. I am going to be the host. Hashtag PVT will be there.
Man.
This is what it's called. It's Solido Presents 2022 Freedom Fest, Rio Grande City, Signal featuring Chris Perez and also Latin Vibe and some other great bands. As a matter of fact, we've got the commercial that just came out today. Check it out.
Rio Grande City Freedom Fest, Saturday, July 2nd at the Basilio Villarreal Park with T-ball and softball tournament, a barbecue cook-off, food and craft vendors, free kiddie rides, with a massive fireworks show with Grupo Signo, with special guest Chris Perez, Rio Grande's very own Grupo Solido, Latin Vibe y Grupo Inevitable. Rio Grande City Freedom Fest, Saturday, July 2nd. Bring the whole family. Free for all ages. Rio Grande City's gonna hit it out of the ballpark. Rio Grande City Freedom
So there you go. It's going to be fun. The hashtag PVT cameras will be there. Sergio, our videographer, we're going to take the pro cameras. We're going to do something really, really nice for that. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want hashtag PVT to host your festival or your event, all you got to do is give us a call, 956-641-3241. Give us a text, and we'll work something out. We'll get out there. We'll take the tour bus. We'll take the cameras. We'll take the microphones, and we'll put on a very nice package together afterwards. That'll be a recap of the whole event, and we'll air it on hashtag PVT as well, and we'll give it to you so you can do what you want with it as well. So we want to thank everybody. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we want to remind you, if you want to advertise with hashtag PVT, we are opening up for Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay, so we're going to be accepting any type of sponsorships that you want to, you got a business or a product, you text us 956-641-3241. And let us know, and we can help you. We had some people reach out, some businesses from Brenham, Texas, and from San Antonio, and Corpus Christi and Victoria. We've sent out some quotes. They haven't answered yet, but right now is the time to do it. And because we're only going to take 3 sponsors for each day, and you know what we do. You've seen our show. You know how we push the product and how well we do it. So make sure to let us know, and we can get something working for you for the summer so you can make something with your product or your business, okay? Besides that, the Tetera Tuesday shirts are back. And we have some people. Oh my goodness! Right?
Can I show the video that one of our fans sent us?
Yeah, it's this dude. It's about 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Y está hasta el tronco el vato, and he's pretending to play accordion with a Tetera Tuesday shirt. Put it on, babe.
Watch.
Out in Texas, ya sabes bien que es out in
Texas. Hold on, I'm gonna zoom it in so we can see him a little bit better. Hold on.
Zoom it in. Let's see.
Oh my gosh, he looks like he's having a great time.
That's one of the greatest models we've ever had for our shirts. And ladies and gentlemen, we also got some stuff from some fans. Babe, tell us about it.
Oh yes, I want to send a special thank you to Mike Castilleja. He is from Washington State, and he sent us some really awesome T-shirts. Let me show you guys really quick.
Thank you, Mike.
Yes, and so he sent us all one. So here, can you give one to Jax? I think his is a...
Mine's a medium?
Yes, it is. Yes, yeah.
Is it top down?
That's medium?
Hell yeah.
So Mike Castilleja, I think he's on the chat right now. Thank you so much. All the way from Washington State. Thank you so much for
If you want to mail us stuff, we've got a lot of stuff.
Washington State.
Danger zone.
Yeah, he's from Washington State.
We're going to be there August.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
Let them know we're going to be there in August.
Okay, Mike.
Yeah.
Let me see, Rock. Let me see that shirt.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Riding through the
and he sent a card also.
Yeah. That's nice.
Did you all watch Top Gun?
Hell yeah.
Did you like the original Top Gun, the first one?
I loved
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
I know your favorite scene. You like the volleyball scene, don't you?
I walked out during that part. I mean,
Why
that slow motion,
Too much for you?
I mean, come on, guys. I mean, I was 28,
Hey,
25 years old.
If that bothered you, I remember going to Austin, Texas. I remember going to see Kiss in concert.
That bothered me too.
I don't know if it bothered you. Because, and I see you got a Paul Stanley action figure behind you. But I do remember, if I recall,
He had a sock in his fucking
it was a
pants.
concert.
He had a sock in his pants.
And Rock had, like, I guess front row or maybe fifth row, somewhere around there. And as soon as we were done with the show, I see Rock, and I was like, man, that was a kick-ass show. Hey, no guachate de la verga de pastel.
I didn't even say that way. No. Hey, wait. Dije el chile, güey.
El chile.
It doesn't matter.
El chorizo.
Dije, ese era un pinche calcetín, culero. Yo te estoy
Oh
chingando.
my
Un
God.
pinche
No
calcetín,
mames.
puro pinche pedo, se jale, carnal.
Oh my God.
Like Steven Tyler, que no mames, se pone un pinche guacatote. Cálmate, bro.
Yeah. And then by the end of the show, now when they put the potato in their pants, by the end of the show, it's hanging in the back like a turd, dude. You know what I mean? But you know,
But we know what Rock was watching. It
cállate los cinco,
wasn't
bro.
the love song.
All right. So when Joey was here, Joey Jams, when he was here, ladies and gentlemen, I did a Motley Crue trivia thing on him. And he got all the questions right. Didn't he?
Weak-ass questions, Rock.
Huh?
Weak-ass
They were-
questions
they were
you were
pretty
asking.
easy.
Well, dude, he said when we were walking out, hey, Chris is texting me, man, you had easy fucking questions and all this shit, right? Did you tell him that or what? Yeah.
He knew I was watching.
Yeah.
We should quiz these
Yeah,
guys.
you're a Van Halen guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a Van Halen.
Well, let's do it.
All right, dude. All right. We've got some Van Halen trivia for Chris, ladies and gentlemen. And Joey, I don't know if he's watching. He's probably,
No, let's shout out happy birthday to Stella,
Starla.
Joey's
All right.
wife, Starla.
Starla.
Her happy
Happy
birthday. to
birthday.
her.
Happy birthday.
So
That's why Joey couldn't make it, because they had something planned already for her birthday.
So we've got, let me see here. Who's going to take time? Because he can't have all night to answer these questions. We
I'll
got
take
10
time.
questions. 10
on.
questions, 60 seconds. If you get it right.
So the 60 seconds start as soon as you ask the
Uh-huh,
question,
as soon
or
as-
when you're done asking?
when I'm done asking the question, all right?
Okay, hold on.
And if you get it right, that's what you'll hear. If you get it wrong, it'll be, okay?
Okay.
All right? And you can't look at mine because you're going to know, chinga la caguito.
I can't see it from here anyway.
All right. Question number one for Chris Perez. What was David Lee Roth's father's occupation? A, plumber, B, doctor, C, big band leader, or D, boxer?
He was a doctor.
Doctor.
I want to say he was an eye doctor.
Doctor. All right. All right.
Fanboy.
Question number two. He's sweating. He's sweating. Look, he's
Yeah.
rubbing
He's
rubbing his
fidgeting.
knees
He's
and shit.
fidgeting. He's fidgeting.
He's fidgeting.
Get test anxiety.
You want a shot, man? We got a shot.
No,
you know
no,
what?
no, no,
I'll
no,
give
no,
you a
no,
beer.
no,
I'll
no,
give you a beer.
no,
Look.
no,
It's
I'm not
non-alcoholic.
Budweiser Zero.
No.
It's not even. It doesn't even have alcohol.
No thanks. No thanks.
Okay, well I'll have
I ain't
it.
drinking.
Would you like a hit in a pancake? Well, then there's no pleasing you.
Not today. Not today.
Hey, don't be looking at this.
Hey, hey.
Okay, question number two. First of all, Carlito, is he going to get them all right or wrong?
I think he's going to get them all right.
All right, cool.
Oh,
They've got some faith in you.
hell yeah.
Number two, Jean Van Halen, Alex and Ed's Pop, played clarinet on what Van Halen song? A, Little Dreamer. B, Could This Be Magic? C, Big Bad Bill.
That one.
Final answer?
C.
Okay.
Final answer.
Oh, nice.
All right, question number three. What was the original name of Van Halen? A, the Red Devils. B, Mammoth.
B.
B, Mammoth?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah, he's going quick.
I hope I get a trophy.
If Joey's watching right now, I go, pinches questions. God, I'm bad.
Go.
All right. Number four. Which song did not appear on the 1984 album? A, Panama. B, In a Simple Rhyme. D,
B, B, B.
In a Simple Rhyme?
Right.
Final answer?
That is. That was all women and children first.
Yikes.
Yeah, bro.
You know your facts.
You're halfway there. Number 5, what female singer was offered the lead singer slot after David Lee Roth originally departed Van Halen? A, Joan Jett, B, Sauce Jordan, C, Stevie Nicks, or D, Patti Smythe?
You know, it was D.
D, Patti Smythe?
Yep.
All right. Yeah.
Scandal. She was the lead singer for Scandal.
Yeah. What was the name of the song?
The Warrior.
The Warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, number 6. Boy, man.
Man, I love how confident he is. He really knows his shit.
But he's scared. He's scared.
We're playing good cop, bad cop.
He doesn't want to hear this for sure.
No, he doesn't.
Because then he's going to hear this, right?
Yeah. Wah, wah, wah. You don't want that, Chris.
And Joey's going to text him right away.
Look at him. He's already getting scared
Number
again.
6. Number 6. What is the uncredited name of the instrumental break at the end of Women and Children first album? A, Eruption, B, Growth, C, 316, or D, Blues for David? What is the uncredited name?
You know what? I don't know that one.
What is the uncredited name of the instrumental break at the end of the Women and Children first album? A, Eruption.
No.
B, Growth.
Maybe.
C, 316.
10 seconds.
D, Blues for David.
I don't think so. I'm going to go with B.
B, Growth?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay. You're correct.
Process of elimination.
Esa era una pinche hueva, vato.
Did you go to school in
didn't know
Texas,
that.
sir? The tax system showed you that.
All right. Number 7. David Lee Roth was first approached by the Van Halen brothers because they were renting a lighting gig from him. True or false?
No.
False?
Yeah, it's false.
Okay. Final answer?
Yes.
Wow.
It was a PA system.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, he knows all the facts, right?
Well, I knew that too.
Nice.
Me too.
Number 8. Finish the lyric from the song Dirty Movies. Remember when that girl was A, prom queen, B, still around.
Prom queen.
Prom queen, A? All right.
Prom queen, yeah.
Wow.
Man, you're confident.
All right. Number 9. Which female singer sang uncredited background vocals on Could This Be Magic? Or Could This Be Love? Is it A, Patti Smythe, B, Nicolette Larson, C, Cyndi Lauper, or D, Linda Ronstadt?
B.
B, Nicolette Larson?
I think so.
Okay, all right. You're right.
Wow.
Vato, bro. I thought that was going to fuck him up, bro.
We got one more?
Number 10.
Oh, my.
The final one.
Oh, man.
The final one. In David Lee Roth's biography, Crazy from the Heat, he had a name for his vocal booth setup, which included tropical plants and such. What was it? A, the Oasis, B, My Island, C, the Timeout Chair, or D, Club Dave?
I'm going to go with D.
Club Dave.
Yeah.
Final
I don't
answer?
know. Yeah, that's my final answer.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, all right. You're at it, man.
But that wasn't. Was that a Van Halen question or was that a Dave Solo question?
Well, it's a Van Halen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it was when he. Oh, well, it's Crazy from the Heat, so that is a David Lee Roth.
Yeah, that's
you
a
still
solo
got it
album.
right, okay?
Nice.
So we got you a Smedium Whiskey D shirt.
What does it say in the back? What does it say in the back?
And this one is the one I want you to wear when you go to California or New York. Kiss my ass, I'm from Texas.
Hey,
There we go, man. Congratulations,
Thank you,
bro.
sirs.
Is that cool or what, huh?
Cool. I told you he was going to get him right.
Do we have fun on hashtag PVT or what?
Heck yeah.
Siempre.
All right.
Siempre.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget, next Friday, not this Friday, next Friday, we're all going to be at the concert, de Grupo Metal, for the very first time down here in the Rio Grande Valley in Mission, Texas, featuring Chris Perez, Joey Jazz, a supergroup, Rudy Martinez from La Mafia, Chris Perez, Carlito Miranda Jr., and Joey Jams. It's going to be an amazing show, and it's going to be awesome. And we'll be out there, and we'll be taking some interviews and all kinds of stuff, and doing a little recap, a vlog, as if you will, about the show. Now, tomorrow night, right here on Wednesday, we have the lady, the woman that came out as the little girl, as Selena, as a little girl in the movie. Becky Lee Massa is going to be here tomorrow, and I can't wait to have her on the show, man. I mean, what an iconic position to have in a movie, an iconic movie, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, golly. And she's from here, from the Rio Grande Valley. Out of, I don't know how many people, how many little girls that went to audition, and they weaned it down to like 5, and she ended up getting it. She's from the Valley. So.
Wow.
So she'll be here tomorrow, and man, we're gonna have a fun time with her. And then on Thursday, I am a big fan of the person. We are big fans, and we have a special show for him. He doesn't even know what he's getting into. His name is El Primo Cheo, and he has a YouTube channel called Las Aventuras del Primo Cheo, where he's at his ranch in Sullivan City, La Reserva. Rancho La Reserva, and he does all kinds of ranch stuff, man. Está bruto, man. And he cooks out in the field, and he does all kinds of different types of rancho meals, cabrito, borrego. He does armadillo, rattlesnake. Wow. And so he did a little video to tell all his fans. So he has a lot of fans, and here it is, man. Check it out.
Nomás quería saludarlo, raza, y darle la noticia de que gracias a todos ustedes y gracias a pues realmente todos ustedes, vean que han ido creciendo un poco el canal. No somos muchos, como dice la raza, dice, pero somos pocos, pero de calidad. Así que la noticia es, raza, que vamos a estar en uno de los mejores shows de aquí del Valle de Texas. Es el show de Rock and Roll James, al cual jamás me pasó por la mente que me fuera a pasar esto. Vamos a estar en vivo con el Rock and Roll James, raza. Va a ser este jueves a las 8 de la noche, raza. El canal se llama My PBT Network. Ahí se los voy a dejar en la suscripción, raza. Ahí se los voy a dejar ahí. Por si quieren conectar este jueves a las 8 de la noche, vamos a estar en vivo. Por si nos gustan acompañar, raza.
So we're very excited for that, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, and I've got a very big surprise for you. I'm working on it, and we'll see it live and in real time.
I'm so excited.
All of you are going to witness it, okay?
His videos are amazing. They're such a trip. You all should watch them.
Yes.
All right, Chris, Carlito, man, I really appreciate you guys taking the trip down here to hang out with us. I hope you had fun. I hope you like being on the show and doing this, and I hope we do it again, man. I hope we do it again.
Yeah,
it's
man,
always
for
fun,
sure.
Rock.
Yeah, thank you for having us, and everybody continue to watch PBT.
And I want to thank you guys for continuing with what you do, you know, bringing happiness to people.
Yeah.
That's what you do with your music. And that's what you do.
It's a lot of fun, and I get to do it with my brothers. That's the most important.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. Yeah. The history behind Metal and the history behind the brotherhood of the members of the band that have been together. I mean, Joey was 11 when I saw him playing with you back in 1993 or something like that.
Yeah. Well, that's where it all started. The Metal started during the Selena days.
Yeah, and Chris, man, everything you do, man, I'm behind you 110%.
Thank you, bro.
I appreciate it. And I'm glad that everything is going well and you're staying busy. And you know, we're at an age where, you know, we need to do what we love to do.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna put out that song, man.
I know. He's singing for the first time. Are you gonna release that song?
Yeah,
I told
it's gonna come out really soon. Actually, there's a couple I'm singing on.
Yeah, Chris has never sang.
Nope.
On any recording. Wow. He never sang. And he called me that one time in the afternoon, and he put the song on. He sent it to me, and I played it, and we were both hearing it on the phone, and I was like, wow, dude. It's like you sounded great. It's got like a sublime flavor. It's got it's got a lot of different flavors on it, man. Yeah. The way you're singing it, you know, and I can't wait for that to come out. When is that happening?
Well, that's the one I'm going to go redo the guitars tomorrow in Austin. Well, not all of them. There's just a couple of things I need to redo. And then from then on, we've got to make a video and then put it out. Because I don't want to do them one before the other. I want to do them both at the same time.
Was it very hard for you to hear yourself singing on playback? Like, you know, were you very critical about your voice? Were you very critical about your style and how you were singing? Or did you listen to it and said, hey, man, I'm doesn't sound too bad?
No, I played it for the people that I played it for. I was really nervous. You know, I never played it to a room full of people, but I played it to one person here, one person there. When I sent it to Carlos and he liked it, I thought, okay, then it's, you know, because he'd be the first one to tell you, you know. you know.
And
Who's gonna sing
the
it?
voice, I don't know about you, Carlito, but when I heard the song, I said the voice fits Chris. It's like,
I've always known he could sing, and we have the saying. Well, we had this thing. You remember the cartoon of the guy with the frog? Central Park.
And then the people would come in and ribbit.
Yeah. So that's what it was. So like I
love that
said,
shit.
Chris would always sing when it was just he and I would be like, man, this guy's got a good voice, you know. But hearing it, it was no surprise to me. You know what I mean? But it's such a good song that everybody is going to love it.
I was not only surprised, but I was happy to hear him singing. I was like, wow, dude, that's fucking awesome, dude.
Not only that, man, as a business, you know what I mean? Like I look at it as a business, man. I look at it and I'm like, this is it.
Yeah,
like,
because people are going to say it's great because you're Chris Perez, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, but you know, when you talk,
I don't mind that one.
Yeah.
I don't mind that at all. You can say that all they want.
Yeah, but you know,
it's very commercial.
Yeah, it is.
It's
marketable.
You're gonna remember it when you don't hear it anymore. You're gonna hum it,
and it's a fun song.
It's a fun song.
It's one of those songs you want.
I want the video to be funny.
Yeah,
I'm tired of being taken serious and the sad songs. I mean, there's still plenty of them out there that I'm doing, but I want to come out. If I'm singing on this song, I want it to be funny.
Is this going to be the Chris Perez project? It's going to be just Chris Perez. I mean, what are you branding this, or what are you titling it as far as your name?
We still have to figure that out.
Okay, so
We still have to-
that's probably going to be the toughest part, right? I mean, you know, I mean,
well, it's either gonna it's gonna be my name for sure,
I
but we
think
don't know
just
if it's gonna be with Blue Mariachi, like Blue Mariachi Productions kind of thing, or it's gonna be one of the two. It might
just
be
Chris
just
Perez,
my
bro.
name. Yeah, it might just be that.
Just Chris Perez, dude. I mean, you got Chris Perez project. That's something else.
Right.
This is Chris Perez, dude. You're singing.
Yeah, and playing all the guitars and the bass.
Yeah. And everybody knows the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably what'll happen.
Yeah, dude. All right, man.
Yeah, so looking forward to that.
Yeah, dude, I am too.
for real.
We're going to go one last time to the chat zone because we know we have a lot of fans and we want to make sure that our fans are tended to. And that's why we got Jax doing that. What's going on, Jax?
Okay, so we have Janie Lee. Her daughter just had her liver removed, and she wanted Chris if he could give her a shout out because she's a really big fan of you.
Janie Lee.
Yeah.
I hope that what happened?
Her daughter had her kidney or liver removed.
Wow.
I
think it was kidney.
the kidney, right? Yeah, she had her kidney removed, and she's a really big fan of you. She just wanted you to give her a shout out to Janie Lee
Janie Lee.
and her
Give her
daughter.
a shout out, and I hope your daughter gets well soon and feels better a lot sooner.
Yeah, hang in there and just be
Yes,
positive.
be positive.
That's what you got to
Blessings to
do.
you.
It's all about positivity when you're healing.
Amen.
If you, you know, and
Yeah.
what I do is I go surprise visits to my friends that I find out are in the hospital, and when they see me, they're like down, but when they see me, their freaking face lights up, and right there, and I tell that's a healing, that's medicine.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why you got to stay positive, and you got to think of the good times, and that you're going to make it through, and you're going to live great. Okay.
Sal, one of our biggest fans, has a question. He always has great questions, and this one's for Chris as well. What is the best song you've ever collabed in? Your favorite
That I've ever collaborated
collaborated, yeah.
Shoot, there's so
Or
many,
with
man.
who has
Dude.
been the person you've had the most fun collaborating
The
with?
one I loved was the one with the Dallas Cowboy player. But I don't know if you
Cole
were.
Beasley, yeah.
Oh, you said because that time you don't. I don't think you were wanting to push that out. You said
was
don't
a
say
lot of fun.
nothing.
That was a lot of fun. The one I did with Chino XL and Travis Barker would probably be a big. Oh, and then I did one with Daryl from Run DMC.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then I did one with Rome, who's now the singer for Sublime. He's been there for years.
Dude.
I've been doing a lot of different stuff.
Where
That's
do
awesome.
people find this stuff? Or do they put your name on there? Can we just Google
well,
it and
it's-
find it?
Yeah, I didn't really share much about it, so it's kind of like based on their fan base and what they decide to put out on social
Is the
media.
Cole Beasley one out?
I don't know. That was what like
I was
2-3
shocked.
years ago.
Yeah, well, it was when you came in. We did. It was like 2015. I
It
guess.
was no.
No, because I was recording the interviews.
Yeah.
And I went.
No,
with-
not 2015.
I took Chris to Dr. T's, and we were listening to the song. What are you guys laughing about?
¿Le
Man,
pusieron
Dr.
la
Jesus-
inyección o qué?
Well,
They took a lot of blood, I'll tell you that. Passed out, man.
I've been wanting that shot for a while, man.
No, I
You're
didn't get a
lucky.
shot. They
Oh, you
took my
didn't get
blood.
it?
No,
they
took my
just
blood.
tested you.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
the IV vitamin infusion therapy. I mean,
And
that's
lab
some
work.
amazing stuff,
The
bro. I mean, that
doctors.
boosts. I mean, you get to a. People don't realize that a guy like Chris with a schedule like his,
Oh, yeah.
it compromises the immune system. It compromises his health as well, being on the road. So, Dr. T's is a perfect place to go and keep that health going. And, and I took Chris out there and we were listening to the music in your car and you played that song with, and you say, you'll never guess what Dallas Cowboy is. And it was Cole Beasley rapping.
That's
And the
that's
dude's
pretty
an
cool.
amazing rapper, dude.
Yeah, he sounds really good. It freaked me out too.
Yeah.
I was a little skeptical until I heard it, and I was like, no, I'll play guitar on that all day. And then, but besides that, or added to that, I should say, I mean, I had a lot of fun with the Signal guys, and even did some stuff with Mafia. Just it's
a lot of good stuff. Also, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I know we have very little time. Also, they want to know what's the hardest song you've ever learned, because I know you're very good at playing guitar, but people want to know what's the song you've had like the most trouble trying to learn.
I don't know. You know which one? For some reason, and you mentioned it earlier. Corazón Espinado.
Corazón
from my
Espinado,
man, Carlos
yeah.
Santana.
Yeah.
It's not that it's not hard to play. It's just so
Intricate.
it's different than what I do. So like Van Halen stuff or
Style-wise.
Yeah, it's I listened to him all the time growing up. My parents were big Santana fans, and so in that way, I kind of was inspired by him and took a lot from him. But I didn't really sit down with my guitar and try to learn his stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so when we wanted to cover Corazón Espinal, I was like, it kind of threw me for a loop. His positions that he does and how he'll he'll spell out a chord to make a melody, but just the way that he does it. And I would think to do it another way, but he does it another way. So it's like a constant jiu-jitsu match going on in my head,
and
grappling.
It's funny that was the one song I gave you props for playing, and
Why?
that's the one song you're telling me like you're self-conscious about.
That's probably why.
Because I saw it in your face, like when I told you were like, man, you're full of shit. Like you had that face, like if you were saying, man, this guy's full of shit. But I really genuinely saw the video live, and I even saw like you changed the tone in between. Like I was like, man, this guy is really jamming the fuck out to this song, and that's why I admired that song particularly. And that's crazy that you're saying that's the hardest one.
I appreciate that's probably why I played it so like that, because I'm just it's
you get in the zone.
It takes me to the edge, you know what I mean?
You better and in that moment
I don't want to fall off.
I see how you step out of the like the world, and you turn into like this. You let the demon take over pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, I see how. No. It's good. I see where you start playing and your face changes and you have like this like different like you're focused, man. I see how you focus.
Sort of like when you were answering the Van Halen questions.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. You got that certain face.
That's anxiety, I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
I don't want to mess up the song.
We want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Once again, tomorrow, Beckley Meza, and on Thursday, Primocheo. We're going to be doing 3 shows a week. I'm sorry, 3 shows a week. Al rato, carnal. 3 shows a week, Tuesday night, at the Wednesday nights, and Thursday night. Now, Wednesday nights, we're full of already advertisers and supporters, sponsors. Now, we've got Tuesdays and Thursdays. You want to be part of this growing channel, let us know. 956-641-3241, okay? Guys, awesome. You guys going back to San Antonio tonight?
Yeah. I got to get to Austin tomorrow.
All right.
They were jumping on the plane and heading back.
And all you have, and you can scare Chris all the way back too again.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna scare him. But first, I want to say once again, I want to invite everybody from the Valley to come out next Friday on the 17th. Grupo Metal featuring Chris Perez. It's gonna be a great show. Gonna be a lot of fun, a lot of great music, and just want to say hi to everybody aquí del Mágico Valle. And everybody back in Seguin and San Antonio. Mm-hmm. And be blessed and prepare yourself
Yeah, it's gonna be
awesome.
Yes.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah. So I guess Carlito can take us out, right? Singing some David Bowie, metal style.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I saw a video of you guys playing at a club, man, and you all were doing this song. It was like a 20-minute version or something like
Oh
that.
my goodness, the
Yeah.
extended version.
Yeah.
David Bowie's the man with Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah, Stevie Rod. Here we go. Órale, Carlo.
Good man, regard.
Put on your red shoes and dance the groove. To the song they're playing on the radio.
puro
Yeah.
soul, papa.
Wow, color lights up your face. Swear to the crowd of an empty base.
All right, here comes this part, right?
Oh, I thought you were gonna do it.
No,
that's
you.
you.
We'll run with you.
Se
And
recuperó
if
con
you
madre.
say hi, we'll ride.
Right here, Ed. Órale, dale.
Because my love for you will take my heart in two. If you should fall into my arms in the